Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited. So we're officially going to kick off in about 4.5 minutes, and this long. This is a pre-show time. This is when we're going to be getting warmed up, talking to you guys, saying hello. I'm going to be really, really transparent with you. This is our first official episode of Hit the Mic TV Live. We did a little bit of a tester last week with episode 400 of the podcast. But we're playing with some new things today. We're testing some things out. So I'm really excited about them. As you're joining us, be sure to say hey. Let me know where you're watching from. And that can be the city you're in. That could be your office. That could be maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're watching on your phone. Whatever. I want to hear from you. I want to hear where you guys are. And I want to say hello to as many people as I can, of course. And so we are officially live for our first. I'm really excited. This is going to be a lot of fun. I am looking forward to getting this show going because it's going to be a great way for us to touch base every week and connect on what's happening in the world of social and in the world of your marketing and getting the goodness and the information to you that you need to know. We're hitting it hard today. We're starting with something really important, and that's time sucks. So the things in our marketing that just suck the, honestly, the productivity out of our day. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Again, we'll get started right at 2. One of the things we're playing with this week as we kick off this new show is this sort of pre-show time. This time for you to come join us and say, hey. Part of the reason we have this going is because if you type in show in the comments on this video, Betty will hook you up with a reminder for future episodes. So if you want to make sure you never miss us live, which by the way is going to happen at this time every Thursday, so 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 Eastern, every single Thursday, Betty will remind you. She'll go, hey you, we're live. Come hang out with us. In fact, all you have to do is just, again, type in show, and she will hook you up. She'll let you know how to do that. What will happen is when you type that in, it'll trigger a message, and she will send you a message saying, hey, hi. If you want to get this, type show again. So you type show a second time, and you're on the list. It will be that simple to get going. And you can do that on any of the upcoming episodes. If you decide in the future that you really wish you had done that now, you'll be able to do that in those episodes too. But it's really cool to get it set up today, again, so you can join us and get a little reminder from Betty to let you know that we're live. And by the way, guys, I know these bots are some kind of mythical thing. We're not all super familiar with how they work. If you're ever watching, or if you're ever a part of a Facebook bot subscription and you're like, I just want to make this stop, just type in stop. That should, depending on the tool the person is using, should end them sending you messages. If it doesn't, then you need to reach out to them and be like, no, really, stop. I like telling that because it's not everybody is making it super clear how to end those messages. So we are. Just hit stop and it will put an end to it for you. Cool? All right. I'm excited. Again, we're going to get started in just under a minute. We're going to go hard today at time sucks, meaning no more of that. No more wasted time, no more losing time, no more trying to figure out what you should be doing or how to do something. We're going to fix all of that. I'm really excited. Thank you for joining me for this first official inaugural episode of Hit the Mic TV Live at our official time slot. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really good show. I should also tell you before we officially start a secret. We have some amazing guests coming on to this show over the next few weeks. Starting in about 2 weeks, we're going to have our first guest. And we're going to have a run of like 3 shows at the end of May, beginning of June that are guest. So be sure to join us because that's going to be super fun. I'm really looking forward to welcoming them on. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about working with a partner, with like your significant other, wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. And we're also going to be talking about relationships and keeping them whole as an entrepreneur. I'm going to introduce you to some people on my team. It's going to be fun. It's going to be amazing. But what do you say we get started? Today, we're going to talk about time sucks. We're going to talk about alleviating that pain of, should I be doing this? What am I writing? Oh my gosh, I just spent 3 hours here scrolling, scroll, and I have no idea why I started here, but I'm pretty sure it's not done. That's what we're going to alleviate today. As you're joining us, be sure to say hi. Be sure to let me know in the comments that you're here, where you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you. For those of you who are just joining us, for those of you who have never watched this show before, mostly because it hasn't really existed in this structure before, I'm the Stacey Harris. I'm a social media strategist and trainer, and my whole focus is to move frustrated solopreneurs, online coaches, consultants, freelancers out of that whole frustration of I don't know what to do and I don't know where to do it and I'm doing all these things and it's not working, to a place where they're actually getting results on social. Doesn't that sound amazing? It's totally possible, I promise. And so my job is to really help move people from that frustration to that, hey, it works. Sound good? Does that sound like something you'd like to do? All right. I want to start by getting super honest. And I encourage you to get honest with me. Have you ever been in a situation where you were on your computer or you were on your phone and you hop onto Facebook, or for me, it's YouTube. That's my Achilles heel. And we're going to talk about how I have gotten past that. And you hopped in to do something for work. Maybe it was to answer a question. Maybe it was to post a video. Maybe it was to schedule something, whatever it was. But you got distracted. Suddenly, you were taking BuzzFeed quizzes and watching videos and scrolling and liking photos from your friend's baby shower, whatever. Then you catch yourself and you're like, whoa, hey, no, we got to put an end to this. And you're like, I'm going to get refocused. And you close the window or you put down your phone. And then it dawns on you that you picked up your phone or you opened Facebook or YouTube or whatever because you needed to do something. You opened it for a purpose that you have not yet accomplished. And so you open it again and maybe you get it done and then more time gets sucked out, or maybe you go through that whole cycle again. I've been in both positions. I really, really want to have some honesty time. So if that's you, say yes. If that's not you, first of all, congratulations and let us know. Maybe a little just a hand waving emoji if you can't even commit to a yes. I know it has absolutely been me. In fact, one of the things that I'm going to talk about today, one of our tips we're going to talk about today, it was built out of this happening to me on YouTube. So when in Backstage, we do a monthly member mastermind, and we do that through a Google Live event. It used to be called Hangouts, and I embed that on the membership site, and that's where we do our monthly member mastermind. Well, I have to go schedule that and get the video to embed on the website every single month, right? For months, what would happen is I would get in there to do that, and I would go down the rabbit hole of YouTube videos. I would end up in my subscriptions and seeing what's going on and watching this, and oh my gosh, I lost all sense of time. And then I remember, oh yeah, I was supposed to be doing this. So for me, YouTube is totally it. Catherine says she missed the question, but she missed it was her. It happens to all of us. Ariana, I hope I'm pronouncing that yet. Yes, it happens to all of us. You are not alone. Catherine says, I am on social media now and I should be sending an email to my VA. That's okay though, because you're watching the show. So that's allowed. It's all good. All right. So I'm glad I'm not alone. Again, transparency and honesty. That's where we're working from, guys. And here's the deal. We're going to figure out how to get through this and prevent it from happening again in the future. How does that sound? Does that sound amazing? All right, let's jump in. So the first one for me is the foundation. It's the most critical part. It's also the hardest part. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to throw you guys right in the deep end. Is that cool? It's scheduling. And it comes down to scheduling 3 parts of your social. You're going to schedule time to actually schedule content. I call it the foundation. So these are your blog posts. These are your sales messages. These are the things that have to go out. So you're going to schedule those. But you have to schedule time to schedule those. So mark out an hour on your calendar each week to get this done. Or if you have a VA on your team, this is something they do for you every week. However that works, but you have to schedule time for it. Number 2 is scheduling time to engage. Here's the deal. The conversation, the connection, that's where results are built. That's where you're going to see a long-term gain in your business, is when you invest that time. So things like this are on my calendar. They're scheduled. And guess what? I have time on my calendar for later today and tomorrow to come in and engage with the comments on this video for the people who are watching the replay. I have time on my calendar to go in and engage with targeted Facebook groups, with targeted LinkedIn groups, with YouTube comments, with my Twitter account, with Instagram comments, I even have time scheduled to do stories because I can't schedule them. And even if I could, it's not really how I do stories. But I schedule the time to do that. That way I know I have 2 things. I have a set amount of time to do something, which I am a firm believer that tasks will expand and contract to the amount of time you give them. It's something I learned really early in my business, and I swear to you, I learned over and over again. But here's the deal. When I give something 15 minutes, it magically only takes 15 minutes. When I go, I'll do this real quick, and I don't give it a time limit, it will take hours. It doesn't matter what the task is. But I'm also giving myself one specific thing to do. So if I've got 10 minutes to go do Instagram stories and engage with my direct messages, then that's what I'm doing. And I'm not doing anything else inside of that time. If I've got 15 minutes to go engage on the comments on this video, that's what I'm doing. Nothing else. And if I finish early, guess what? I move on to my next task early, or I get up and I walk around, or I drink some water. I fill that time with something that's going to make me more productive. It's going to help me be better. Not scrolling. I don't go, I have 5 minutes left of my time. I'll just scroll through Instagram and see what's happening. No, that's not helpful, and that's not where results are. So scheduling that time and scheduling those tasks is going to be critical. But here's number 3, and here's the one I've not talked enough about in the past, and this is critical. We actually talked about this over on Instagram yesterday. You also have to schedule time to review. And not just review the results of these tasks, but review the amount of time these tasks are actually taking. And you can use something like a time tracker, or something like Rescue Time, where it's actually showing you how much time you're spending on these different channels. You can do it by, I actually have a planner. I'm going to show you guys. Are you ready? I actually have a planner. I'm part of the 90-day year. Woohoo! Everything in my day is in here, and at the end of the day, I review that day. How long did these things actually take? That way I know how much time I'm spending on Instagram and Facebook and client calls. And so I'm going to review that regularly, and I review everything overall for the last 2 weeks, and I make adjustments for the next 2 weeks. So don't only just schedule time for your foundation and your engagement time, but schedule time to review that stuff. It's going to be really critical. All right, Ariana has a question here. What app do you use to schedule your tasks? I actually use Asana to manage all of the tasks for me and the team. That way everybody kind of sees what's going on. But like I said, I also have everything right here. I'm big on paper, so I actually have them written out on a day that's actually done. I have them written out, and I will go through that. So when I'm done with this video, I'm actually going to go through and each of my tasks and make sure it was done. I was planning for next week, but that's why it's empty. But for today, I'll go back to today's and I'll go through those tasks. But they're also all in Asana. So I actually have everything that's going on in our business, all the projects, all the client stuff. I keep that all in Asana. There are a ton of options though. The best one is the one you're actually going to use. It really is that simple. Whatever it is that will actually get you moving is going to be key. All right. So are there any other questions about that before we move on to the next one? Deborah says, we just got Netflix in South Africa. I've unsubscribed, so I'll keep myself in a third world country. That's because Netflix is the king of all time sucks. I mean, I love Netflix. It's fantastic. I'm a subscriber, I'll be honest with you. But yes, it's easy to lose your time there. And Deborah says she also uses Asana. I love it. It's great. It's a free tool. Another really great option is Trello for keeping tasks. I like Trello, and we have a couple of clients who have used it specifically for managing their social stuff, because they can keep their content ideas in there, and their team can all sort of share it, and then it goes into a scheduler. As far as scheduling social content, I use a tool called eClincher. I love it. Again, though, the best tool is going to be the one you use. All right? So here's my question for you before we jump forward. What is your favorite network to engage in? What is the network that you sort of default to? For me, it's Instagram. That's the one that, like, with ease, I will pick up and I will scroll, or I will go and engage. That network, and let me know in the comments which one that is for you. That knowing that piece will be really helpful, because it's the one you're going to have to be the most careful with. It's the one you're going to have to watch the closest when you're scheduling this activity time. Ariana says Insta. I love it. I love Instagram. It's a great place to go and lose hours of my time. Deborah says Instagram anytime. Exactly. The reason you have to watch that one is because you have the most fun with it. So it will be the one that if you don't set the timer, if you don't really watch how long you're taking, you will go longer. So be cautious of that one that's your favorite. Because for me, it's really easy not to lose time on LinkedIn. Because I don't love LinkedIn. It's a critical part of my strategy. It's an important part of my business. But I don't ever lose time on LinkedIn. However, Instagram, YouTube, both of those are dangerous for me. Facebook, I don't tend to lose a lot of time on Facebook these days. I have somehow managed to curb my BuzzFeed quiz addiction. It's past, I guess. I know all the things I need to know about my personality, based on my ice cream choice and pizza toppings, I guess. I don't know. So for me, it's really become Instagram stories. Oh gosh, I have the ability to just lose days in there. That's why I really have to monitor those ones. All right, let's dig into our next tip. Again, this is all about getting you right where you need to go. So, skip the noise. And this is the one I was talking about it earlier when I said that this was the tip that, like, changed my life with YouTube. I now no longer go to youtube.com when I want to schedule a video or upload, after this is over, we'll upload this to YouTube in a couple of days. When I'm going to do that, or when I'm going to check on it, or when I'm going to engage on comments, I don't need to go to youtube.com. I need to go to the creator area. I need to go to the back end of my channel, because that's where I can do things. That's also not where anything interesting lives. That's not where all my subscriptions are, or my suggested video. And I mean, you want to see a network that rocks the algorithm, YouTube has the ability to know exactly what it is I want to watch right now. And it's only 5 minutes long. It'll be no time at all. Yeah, no. So I actually have a bookmark in my bookmarks that goes right to the creator area of my channel. I also have bookmarks that go right to my Facebook group, my backstage community, whatever it is for you, go with bookmarks. So you're skipping all of the noise. Now, this is harder to do with something like Instagram. I can't just go to my stories and post a story in the bit. I have to go into my app, and so that one's tougher. But wherever you can build these things in, that's going to be really critical. YouTube for me is the big one. That is my Achilles heel with this stuff. I told you guys that earlier. Again, this coming from a place of honesty and transparency. I am terrible about that, so I have cut through the noise. The other thing I do is I use eClincher, which I mentioned, that's what I schedule in. The reason I chose that tool is because there's also a listening option, meaning there's a social inbox. All of my comments from Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, they all come into that platform. And so I can respond to those comments without going to those networks. So I can respond to Instagram comments without picking up my phone and going to Instagram. That's really, really valuable for me because, again, I'm skipping the noise. I'm moving right past the time suck, and I'm going to the action I wanted to take. So where can you jump ahead of the noise and get where you want to be. The other thing when we're talking about getting past the noise is, and this comes up a lot when there's a new network, it's, oh, do I need to pay attention to that? Always go back to who are you talking to? That's going to help you skip past a lot of noise. Not just in, should I be using this network, or should I be posting at this time, or should I be doing, how long should my story be? Who am I talking to? What do they want? Get into their shoes. That's going to be the most valuable piece. All right? All right. Let me know how you feel about this. Is this something you can do? Is this something you've implemented already? I would love to hear from you. Ariana says the BuzzFeed quizzes haven't been that good. They haven't been that good. It's a real disappointment because I used to really have a BuzzFeed quiz problem. And Deborah says that's a good, valuable tip. Going to remember this one. Awesome. Absolutely. Use it up. For me, it's all about skipping the noise on YouTube, jumping right to the part where I am doing the thing I went to YouTube for. Because that story that I started this with, where I was talking about, I jump in, I'm going to do this thing, I lose 20 minutes, and then I'm like, no, check myself, I'm on task, and I close the window and I go, that was open for a reason. I actually needed that. That was a critical part of what's happening here. And so where can you bypass the noise? And always, always, always come back to your who. Do I need to be doing this thing right now? Is it going to serve who I'm trying to serve? If it's not, then no, you don't need to be doing it right now. It's as simple as that. It really is. All right, I want to wrap this up for you guys, and I want to wrap it up with the importance of making space for that scroll. Seriously, guys. I have time built into my day where I can mindlessly scroll Instagram on my phone, where I can do BuzzFeed quizzes if that's what I want to do. I make that space in my day or in my week, whatever it is for you, because I know I enjoy that. So if Instagram, and you guys are with me on Instagram, if Instagram is a place you really enjoy spending a little bit of your time, carve out time to be there. I'm a big fan. Don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. But this is something I really like to do, like when I'm on the treadmill at the gym, because it will distract me from being on the treadmill at the gym. And so I'll watch Instagram stories, or I'll scroll through Instagram and respond to stuff, watch YouTube videos. That stuff happens when I'm doing something else. Now, I do make a really effort to not do this stuff during like family time or time with my husband. It's not always perfect because nobody is, but finding time where you can make space for that stuff makes it really, really easy to enjoy that time, but also stay focused when you're in that focused work time. Because now I had that. Now it's time for me to do this. That's going to be really helpful as you move forward. I love this. Catherine says you have skills then. I'd fall off the treadmill. I'll be honest, it's mostly during like warm up and wind down. Also, my phone like sits on the treadmill so I can scroll without. Also, stories autoplay now, so you just start the first one. It's like watching TV. But it's probably not a good skill to have, but it's there. It's there. Yes. I have to cope however I can on a treadmill. I'd much prefer running outside, but that's not always possible, and it's not always works for my schedule. I tend to be in the gym pretty early, and it's still dark. I don't like to run in the dark. I feel like I'm justifying my Instagram treadmill skills now, but they're for good. And also it does help get through it for me. All right. So that is really our key steps is, again, making the space, but also prioritizing by scheduling it. Make it real by putting it on your calendar. That's the critical step. The reason we talked about that first is because it's going to make the biggest difference for you, is making the time in your schedule for your foundation, for your engagement, and then assigning those times tasks. Really being clear on, I'm doing this now and this then and that later. That's all I'm doing. Okay? All right. I want to take this a step further with you. If you type in the comments START, S-T-A-R-T, START, you will be sent the brand new training that I just launched a couple of weeks ago. We call it the Quick Start Training. It's essentially 5 tips to make your social media suck less. We're talking ICAs, we're talking time sucks. ICAs are ideal clients. We're talking time sucks, choosing your right network, who to listen to, where to get your advice. It's a really great training, and it really is my favoriteest thing that I've put together in a while. It's 25 minutes long, and it's all about 5 tips that are going to help remove some of that frustration from what you're doing on social right now. So just type start in the comments. Betty will set you up. If she doesn't set you up right this second, she will in the next few minutes. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay with it. It's technology, but Betty will get you hooked up with that. She'll send you right to the training. No other sort of schmancy email address or anything like that. We'll just throw you right in and we'll check it out, okay? And she'll follow up with you in the next couple days to make sure you actually watched it, because we're all about accountability around here, right? All right, so we do have some prizes to give away. I'm actually going to open up. I had it all written out, and then I forgot. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Charmaine. Hi, Ariana's going with the start. Nice. Yeah, get those in, and we will get you guys moving. Let me pull up who we have with our opt-ins. All right, so our winner for the prize so last week when we did the 400th episode, we decided to do one more prize. And by we, I mean me. I decided to do one more prize. And it was for people who typed in show and subscribed to the notifications from Betty Bot for when we went live. And our winner was Fonda Clayton Smith. So Fonda, I will message you if you're not watching this, and we will get you your choice of prizes. BAM, Backstage, or a $25 Amazon gift card. If you guys want to do that again, we totally can next episode. We'll do another giveaway next episode. That's what we're going to give away this week. Next week, we'll give away another either spot in BAM or a spot backstage. Sound good? All right. So that's our show. If you guys have any questions, I see lots of starts. Awesome. Again, Betty will get those to you guys over the next few minutes. If for some reason it doesn't work, just let me know. Again, we're testing some new pieces, some new triggers, and so we are getting going. I'm really excited to have these Ariana Yes giveaways. Awesome. So we'll do another giveaway next week. I don't know what we will. We'll have to think about how we give the giveaway. It'll be for live viewers. So our giveaways are going to be, whenever we do them, are going to be about live viewers. Really sort of like getting in and hanging out with people who will show up. All right? All right. So I will see you here next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. If you would like Betty to remind you when we go live, type show into the comments. SHOW, show. She will send you a reminder each week when we go live. And again, if you want that quick start training, just type in start below and Betty will hook you up either way. Does that sound good? All right. Thanks for joining me live today, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for engaging. That's what makes this super fun for me. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I will talk to you very soon. If you have any questions that come up after this, maybe you're watching the replay, leave them in the comments below and I will let you know the answer to the question. All right? All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.